My name is Lori Fajani. I'm the Director of Annual Programs for the University Hospital's Kingston Foundation. I was just saying to Ryan, this is kind of karma because I was lucky enough to be able to be at the last, basically MC the last announcement that we made. So it's an honor for me to be here, and I'm just so delighted that we are going to be able to celebrate the funds that were raised from the 2014 Dream Home, and Ryan's going to make an announcement shortly about this year's Dream Home. And we have been very fortunate in the past that we have received, that the Kinsmen support us so very much through their Dream Home lottery, and it was through their donation actually that the new child and adolescent psychiatry unit became a reality. So thank you so much for that donation.
What a privilege for myself to be here today. I can tell you that my oldest son spent his first 2 days in the NICU unit, so it's a cause that's very dear in my heart. And what a spectacular opportunity for the Dream Home to really give back to the community. And I don't know if there's a more deserving or noble cause than the NICU in the city. I don't know if you want to use the check now, but I can talk about it. Yeah. So last year's Dream Home was an enormous success, and that was a team effort. Not only the Kinsmen, the city at large supported our project incredibly. We sold out, and as a result, we were able to make a donation to the University Hospital's Kinston Foundation of $115,000 from last year. Further to that, we have reached an agreement. I've been working closely with Shannon, who's been wonderful, and our intention is to hit $1 million over the next few years, taking primarily from the Dream Home proceeds. And we want to assist in whatever direction the NICU takes, whether that's a new NICU unit or just needed equipment. We want to be there to help. The last thing I'd like to say is this year's Dream Home is built. It's at 604 Mandera Court. Mark's Homes has built the Dream Home again, and they've just done just an amazing job the last 3 years. And they've done it again this year. It's gorgeous. Please get out and buy your tickets. As you can see, the money stays in the community, and we need all the support we can get. Thanks.
And so yes, I'm Michael Bell. I'm the Program Operational Director for the Cancer Program. And on behalf of the Cancer Program, I'd really like to thank the Kinsmen and Ryan for their generous donation. We are the benefactor of some of these funds as well, and it really goes a long way towards helping our patients. The Cancer Program is making efforts to offer new and expand other services to patients in the Southeast Lynn who really need it. So specialties like dermatology and plastic surgery, hematology, these are some new clinics that we've been able to offer in the last number of months. So the donation from the Kinsmen goes a long way towards smoothing some of that out with equipment and different processes. So we were talking today about a new ultrasound machine that was purchased, and it requires, all this equipment requires consistent service contract. So one of the things that we wanted to put this money towards is a very sound service contract for this new ultrasound machine. So again, on behalf of the Cancer Program, I'd like to thank Ryan and the Kinsmen.
Ryan, I want to just say thank you. I represent a number of people who are touched by this gift, and so I want to say I feel very privileged that I get to say thank you on behalf of all of them. And it's enheartening to me to have a parent who comes back and realizes what we do. But I want to tell everybody a little bit more. You had a very personal experience with your son in the NICU, but what you might not realize, or what others might not realize, We're just one of a few NICUs that deliver the level of care that we have. We call it a level 3, where babies who need a fair bit of support are able to be cared for in these specialized units. And we are one of the smallest units in the province. And so one of the things that we always want to be sure is that we can offer the same level of care that they're getting at the bigger hospitals across the province. And the reason that we know that that's so important is because it's families like you. So if you imagine, it was probably fairly scary for you to have your son sick when you anticipated that he was, you've been waiting for him to come, and then suddenly something doesn't quite go right. To know that not to have to add to that stress of him having to be shipped away to another city where your family isn't, or where you can't be, to be looking after that. So for us to be able to do what we need to do, we need to have the equipment, we need to have the facilities that, like the other centers have, so that we can continue to do that. And so that affects a number of us. So it would affect, as I said, people like you, the families, the babies, obviously, they want to have, we want to offer them the care. But it also profoundly affects us, who are the people who look after them. When we see our community coming back to support the work that we do, it means that we can get up another day and do this job, because sometimes it's not easy looking after these very sick babies or some very stressed out parents. So as I said, I feel very honored that I get to stand up in front of the cameras as much as I may not want to, but I really do that on behalf of the team that I work with. So I want to acknowledge Kathleen and Marcia, who are very good representatives of the people who work day to day with these babies and families. And that allows us, your generosity allows us to buy equipment like we have back here, some of that specialized equipment. But I am extremely touched that you guys are going to commit to make a very, very generous donation that could very well allow us to see what we need to have happen, which is a new space. So it isn't just about equipment for the babies. We actually need space so that we can bring parents right into the bedside at so that they can interact with their babies in a much better way. So we all dream of that day when we can have that bigger and better space, and your donation is going to help make that a reality. So on behalf of the team that I get to represent, the families who are stressed out because of the sick babies, and the babies themselves, from the bottom of our heart we say thank you very much for your generosity.